Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of our Glory Hunter career mode here on FIFA 23. We're returning today with a special thank you episode 50, marking a landmark episode in the series, and also a thank you for 250 subs on the channel. So we pick up on the back of the last episode where we recorded a 7-0 victory in the match day 6 of the UEFA Champions League, which saw us comfortably top our group with 6 wins from 6. So we're actually going to kick off today's episode by finding out who it is in the last 16. As we head over to the calendar to see who it is we will face in the Champions League last 16, Bayer Leverkusen will face oh no, it's those boys again. It's my boys Chelsea in the last 16, as it was last season with Roma. It's a repeat. We'll be heading back to Stamford Bridge, and that game will be featured in today's thank you episode number 50. But of course, before we get there, we've got some big games in the league. So my plan is to try and get to the beginning of March, which is quite a way off, but we've got 3 games here to round out the month of December. 2 huge ones against Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund. Then obviously in Germany you have got the winter break, so we've got the January transfer window, but we only have 2 games in that month against Schalke and Borussia Mönchengladbach. And then heading into February, we've got our DFB Pokal quarter-final tie at home to Stuttgart before 4 more big games in the league, and of course that UEFA Champions League last 16 against Chelsea. So strap in guys, it's going to be a much longer episode than usual. Don't feel like you need to sit and watch it all in one sitting. You can come back. It's one of those that you can watch in segments. So we'll be looking to get to the Augsburg game to finish off and heading into the month of March. Lots to get into, so we're done with all of the talking. Let's just jump into this first game. It's Bayern Munich away at the Allianz. Well, what a game to start the special episode 50 off with. Bayern Munich away at the Allianz. Their team is absolutely star-studded, with Kevin De Bruyne sat just behind Harry Kane up top. I seem to remember them beating us towards the back end of last year, and Harry Kane got a goal or 2, but with the title race being so tight as it currently is, this is a massive game. Bayern sit 1 point behind us and 1 place behind us as they look to overtake us here on their home patch. Bayern are really pressing to start this game off. It's one of those, if it pays off for them like that, then they're going to be picking the ball up really high up the pitch. But if we can play through them, then we're going to take half their team out of the game. But here they come forward, huge save Oblak, and Tapsoba has to head the ball behind. Strong start from the hosts here. To get a foot in, can Mane find him? He can. Did Musa stay on side? He did. Peg back to Mane, huge block. Now Saka can't get the shot away. It's been a tight first half, not many clear-cut chances, and it has been frantic and end-to-end. 1 goal may do it in the second half. Our league form has just dropped off a little bit in recent weeks, with that defeat to Hoffenheim away from home, and then the draw at home to Hertha Berlin. And we could use the excuse of fixture congestion and the injuries that we've had. We are now starting to get a few of those injured players back. A few are in the matchday squad today. So it is good to start getting those players back. We'll come to Saka here at the back post, deflecting in. And Bayer Leverkusen take an early lead in the second half. Bukayo Saka with the goal. It's a huge slice of luck. The cross misses everyone. Saka brings it down. It hits Matthijs de Ligt. And on the deflection, takes it past Kevin Trapp and gives Bayer Leverkusen a lead at the Allianz. Oh, really good football from Leverkusen. Adeyemi holds on to it really well. Fizzes it across to Moussa Diaby, and it's 2. A quick fire double from Leverkusen. And it's the two wide men with the goal. Saka will deliver. Looking for Mane. Huge save by Trapp. That would have killed the game. Neves from the other side. Into Nketiah. And again, it's a save from Kevin Trapp. Something up our sleeves here. Nketiah. And for the third corner in a row, it's Kevin Trapp to deny us a third. Piero's up again. This is ridiculous. He could have had a hat-trick. Bukayo. This time cleared. Bayern looking to come forward. Intercepted by Torres. But then that high press from Bayern. And Tapsoba stepped out. It's Harry Kane in behind. And Harry Kane scores with 5.5 minutes on the clock. Matthias has made the run against his former team. Matthias Tell. Straight at Kevin Trapp, but that will do it. It's enough for Bayer Leverkusen, and it's a massive 3 points on the road. And that victory here at the famous Allianz moves us 4 points ahead of our hosts and puts us in a great position and keeps the pressure on Dortmund, who are up next. So after that huge victory on the road against Bayern Munich, doesn't get any easier for Bayer Leverkusen with Borussia Dortmund in town. They've got a really strong team as well with a couple of familiar faces. We've had to rotate, as I'm sure they have as well, having just played a few days ago. But this is another huge game. Sane will float the free kick in, which Edmund will win comfortably. We left a lot of bodies forward. And Timo could be away if we can slip it through. And Timo Werner in behind and gives Bayer Leverkusen the lead. Electric counter-attack from Leverkusen. And Timo Werner restored to the lineup today on the counter-attack. Gives us the lead at home at the Bayer Arena. Sessegnon comes inside. Surely foul. Nothing given. Nothing given by the ref, and Gio Reyna brings it forward now. Lines up the strike, and Jan Oblak has to turn it behind. Not very happy with the referee's decision not to give a foul on Sessegnon, and forced into action for the first time really in this first half. Back to Ruben Neves. Finds Jelavic. Timo Werner's on. Timo Werner, what a fantastic finish for two. And Timo Werner back in the lineup today and back amongst the goals for Bayer Leverkusen. We lead by 2 again. Now Kabore can send it long looking for Ryan. He's got the legs and he gets there first. Whips one into the middle for Sadio Mane. What a counter-attack. Sessegnon will whip the corner in looking for Torres, who looked to glance it. And Gregor Kerbel again forced into action. But I have to say, we have been absolutely fantastic in these 2 games to start the episode off. 2 biggest games of the season, and considering it's my first of the day and I'm normally pretty poor, we have been absolutely electric in both of these 2 games against our title rivals. Here come Dortmund looking to get a goal back as Bayern did. Sane, brilliant little backheel. Vitinha does pull one back. It was Sane actually who backheeled it into the path of Vitinha. And Dortmund have 20 minutes to find a way back into this. 2 minutes to play here, and I think that will be that. Duarte up to Adeyemi. We're looking for a third. We're not going to get it. But we will get the 3 points. 2 huge victories on the bounce against 2 of our title rivals. So after those 2 crazy title clashes against Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund, we have one final game to close out the first half of the season, where we currently sit top of the tree, but it is so tight between the 4 teams at the top. And I absolutely love that. Here's Matthias Tell back in the starting lineup and straight away back on the score sheet inside 5 minutes away at Mainz here. But as I was saying, I love how tight this Bundesliga season is. 4 teams all going for the title. Corner for Leverkusen. Sessegnon just on will take it into Herreros off the woodwork. And Gersons tries his luck. Now it's Matthias Tell who drags it wide. And Baku won't get there on the stretch. It's through to Ollie Watkins of all people. My centre-backs have run into each other and Mainz do have their equaliser. And I believe it's Mohamed Ihataren once again for Mainz, who scored a late winner against us last year. Pulls them back on level terms here. Really good shape from Mainz. Can't find a way through. Here's Gundogan now. Finds Yuri. Tell. Holds on to it. Uses his body well. Now it's out wide to Moussa Diaby. Injection of pace. Swings the cross in, which Kevin attacks. It's kept on. Oh my word, what a sitter. How did Yuri Tielemans not turn that in? Still they come forward and it's given away, but that will do it. I need to have a look at that Tielemans chance again. How did he not turn it in at the back post? Well, I've managed to get the replay. It's kept in by, I think it's Bar, the right back. And then criminally played across the face of goal. And Yuri Tielemans just taps it back to the keeper. How has Yuri not found the back of the net there? Well, we will remain top of the tree going into the winter break. Bayern Munich draw 1-1 with RB Leipzig, which is a respectable point. Hoffenheim drop points against struggling Stuttgart at home. And Borussia Dortmund also beaten at home by VfL Wolfsburg. So gap extended to 3 at the top of the table above Dortmund and Hoffenheim, and 4 clear of Bayern Munich as we head into that winter break. Alright then guys, so we are now into the January transfer window, but to be honest, with only around £20 million in the coffers, I don't think there's really enough to improve the squad or bring in anyone of quality that's going to help us. The only position I would potentially look at is up front, but I don't think we're going to have enough money to bring in anyone worth signing. After saying I probably wasn't going to make any signings, it's the transfer window. You've got to bring someone in, and with the amount of injuries we've got up front, I found this man transfer listed, Andre Kramaric. Now he can't really run anymore, but he's still got some decent stats elsewhere. Like, his technicals are all right, and I think just as a bit of backup for the amount of players that we've got out injured, for $4.5 million, we can't really complain. He can play in that centre forward role a little bit deeper and just try and link the play, and he's probably not going to play a huge amount towards the end of the season. We'll bring him in on a 1-year deal, and he'll just help us get over the finish line, hopefully. Kramaric, we're coming for you. Well, there we go then. Kramaric is in. This man has played a lot of football in the Bundesliga and knows where the back of the net is. He might not have the legs anymore, but it'll certainly add just a little bit of squad depth just to help us out with the amount of injuries. Alright then guys, so not a lot else to report so far. We've made it through the winter break and we now return with a fixture away at the Veltins Arena to take on struggling Schalke. The winter break did come at a good time, as it has meant a lot of our players who are out injured have returned, and we have managed to get quite a lot of training done during the winter break to try and get them up to speed and back to match fitness. I'm sure that a lot of them will start featuring in the matchday squad, so let's jump into this one. It's Schalke away to kick off the second half of the season. Looking to create the first opportunity of the game here. Sadio Mane goes through, and like we did against Mainz on the road, we score inside the first 5 minutes. The top scorer in the Bundesliga so far this season, starting to decrease in stats, but still knows how to find the back of the net. Adeyemi waits for the run, jinks past the defender, and slams it home to give us another early lead. Just controlling the play here, Leverkusen. Neves looks for Mane. Mane inside and tucks it past the keeper for his second. He's still going, the old dog. Towering header by Torres. Now it's Saka. Look at how much pace we've got on the counter. Saka looks for Karim Adeyemi and it's 3. inside 20 minutes. First game back after the winter break. And we are trying to put down a statement to those other title contenders. We mean business. Oh, given straight to Bukayo. This could be an absolute rout, this. Adeyemi squares it to Sadio and it's 4. We are just relentless. Surely they're not going to do it again. Surely not. They've given it to us straight from kickoff. Adeyemi through to Mane. Back to Karim Adeyemi. I cannot believe what I'm witnessing. Twice they have kicked off and given the ball back to us. And we've come forward and scored. And the keeper didn't even move for that one. Oh, really poor defending that. It's going to be a penalty. Pau Torres brings down his man as he races through. That was really poor from me. And I'm really hoping this isn't a red. It's a yellow for Torres. But a penalty for Fabio Silva, which he dispatches. 5-1. We've got a free kick on the edge here. Ruben Neves is over it. It's going to be Ruben Neves to take. Oh, what a fantastic save by the Schalke keeper. Saka with the resulting corner. Diaby's up and Moussa Diaby, probably the smallest man on the pitch, has scored a header. Well, due to how much of a rout this is turning into, we've been given the opportunity to get our injured players back on the pitch. And here's 2 of them linking up and straight away on the score sheet, Marco Lazetic, and it's Renato Sanchez, who's also back today, who grabs the assist. Great to have these 2 back out on the pitch. Here comes Renato again. Loads of space to move into, which he will do happily. Marco through the gap to Karim Adeyemi, who slams it in at the near post for 8. Well, Andre Kramaric is on now as well for his debut. It'd be great if we can get him a debut goal, and we might. Kramaric, it is a debut goal. It's 9 for Leverkusen. And Kramaric, who's only been at the club for a few weeks, we paid a small fee to bring him in, and he's scored his first goal of the campaign already. Timo Werner, we're looking for a 10th in stoppage time. And we won't get it, but it's 9 for Leverkusen. Big statement after the winter break. And how will the others respond? Alright then guys, our final game of January here. It's Borussia Mönchengladbach at home. We beat them in the return fixture at Borussia Park. And now, after that resounding victory away at the Veltins, we are looking for more goals and more 3 points, with Mane trying his luck early doors and firing just wide of the post. Karim looks to step forward, has Tommaso Pobega for company. Ruben Neves will try his luck, it's just onto the roof of the net. Jelavic sprays it out wide, but Kone intercepts, but it's won back by Baku. Makes the move down the right, fires it into Bukayo Saka. Back stick for Moussa Diaby. Oh, it's madness. What is going on? And Sommer latches onto the shot from Mane. We look to keep that pressure on though. We're so good at sustaining attacks. Moussa Diaby has the pace into the penalty area and wins the corner. Pau Torres at the near is into Nkapie, and we are such a threat from set pieces. Get the statistics up for most goals scored from set pieces and we will be top of the list. Adeyemi rolled into Diaby, kept alive for Adeyemi, flicked on and saved by Sommer and cleared from just at his feet by the defender. Bega's in quickly on Adeyemi. And Mönchengladbach looking to start this second half with a bit of urgency. Pobega. Kone now strikes it. Blocked by Edmund. Ball inside to Tommaso. What a pass. Tommaso Pobega. Hoffman into Kone. Switches on out to the left. Baku's not quite there. It's played to the edge of the box for Pobega. And his header comes in and is gathered by Jan Oblak. The ball up to Lazetic and his header is won. Now it's Bukayo Saka on the run. Just about keeps it in. Looks for Lazetic, who flicks it on at the near post. Wonderful effort, but can't guide it towards that far corner. Mudryk, first involvement for him. He's gone there. Mykhailo Mudryk in behind. Huge save, Jan Oblak. And that, I think, will just about be that. And is Mönchengladbach come to the Bay Arena and take a point off us. They were brilliant in that second half. I couldn't create anything against them. Alright then, it is transfer deadline day, guys, and you know I do like to make a signing on deadline day, so I'm trying to see if there's anyone that we could potentially bring in with the little amounts that we have left in the budget. So what I am actually going to do to start deadline day off is give a new contract to Bukayo Saka. He's got a big release clause in there, and he's also not happy with his contract at the moment, which is affecting his morale. So going to give Bukayo a new deal on transfer deadline day. So you know how it is with these professional footballers. There's players at the club who are on higher wages than Bukayo. And he's not particularly happy with that, so he will sign a new deal, wage increase to 110 grand a week, and also an additional year on the deal. So Bukayo now the 4th highest paid player at the club. And now with a few hours left on the clock, with the bids flying in for our players, there is one signing I would like to make on deadline day. With 13 million left in the budget, we've not got a huge amount, but enough to bring in a young German centre-back, Leandro Morgala, 22 years of age. We don't have a full scout report back on him yet, but he looks pretty decent at just 22. Can play centre-back and right-back, so it gives us that little bit more cover just in case of any injuries. So with the money that we've got in the bank, not going after anyone else, don't have to be too worried about the financial side of it here, but 6.5 million. It's quite a lot for a second division side as well in 1860 Munich. So 6.5 mil plus a 10% sell-on fee. And on a 4-year deal, Leandro Morgala will sign from 1860 Munich to Bayer Leverkusen. Great deal for the young man, and he will come in on deadline day just to provide us with a little bit more depth. So that will do it for transfer deadline day. You can see the top deals on the right hand side. There's some big deals going through. We had bids from pretty much all of our main players from big European clubs, but not looking to sell anyone at the moment. As we roll into the month of February, we kick off what is going to be a really busy month with the DFB Pokal quarter final at home to Stuttgart. Right then guys, DFB Pokal quarter final time, and it actually comes, I think, 2 days after the Mönchengladbach game. And because we were tied at 1-1 in that game, I didn't really make many subs, so I still had all my starters out, and they're all unfit for this game here, so we've had to make quite a few changes to the lineup. I'm still pretty confident that we'll beat Stuttgart, having put 12 past them earlier on in the season, but we're definitely a lot weaker than we would like to be. Let's see how we get on in this quarter final. Ball's up early to Lazetic. Now it's Gundogan. Schade on the right. Is he offside? No. Kevin onto his left foot, completely scuffs it wide. Just waiting for an opportunity. Timo Werner. There's Albert Ray on the overlap. Albert with a good ball in, doesn't quite reach Tell. Lazetic will keep it alive. Drilled into Matthias now. Laid off to Gundogan, and it's the first real save of the game from either keeper in the 42nd minute. Schade's delivery. Herrera attacks it. Tell will knock it down to Bella Kotchap to strike. Comfortable for the keeper this time. We've got a lot of players in this left-hand channel. And they've worked it really nicely. And now Meslier forced into his first save of the game. It's really not been an exciting one, this. But both teams still pushing. Schade looks for Matthias Tell. Competes well. Renato into Timo Werner. Timo Werner off the woodwork. First real big opportunity of the match. And Timo Werner, against his former side, denied by the woodwork. That's a brilliant ball through. Kevin keeps it alive. Kramaric coming in at the back and he scores. And gives Bayer Leverkusen the lead. Andre Kramaric off the bench again. It's 2-2 for the 35-year-old. Renato Sanchez fires it into Tell. It's Kramaric in support. Kramaric back to Renato. Kramaric again. Keeps it alive for us. Jelavic into the substitute Gersons. Whips it to the back post and the keeper gathers. Stuttgart have to get it forward, but they've not found anyone with that. Kramaric turns his man. Now inside, Andre Kramaric sends us to the semi-finals. And what a signing he has been. We did not expect him to have this sort of impact. Well, what a performance that has been by Andre Kramaric off the bench. We said when we signed him that he knows the league well. And he's come in and scored 3 goals. We progress through to the semi-finals and we'll go and find out who it is that we'll take on. Alright then guys, we'll take a look who we face in the semi-finals. It will be Bayer Leverkusen to face Mönchengladbach. It's going to be an interesting game, that, and Holstein Kiel in the semi-finals as well. We face Mönchengladbach, who defeated Bochum. Dortmund beat Leipzig, and Holstein Kiel defeat Schalke by 2-1. We beat Mönchengladbach 4-0 at their place, but they just held us recently to that 1-1 draw at the Bayer Arena. It's at home again. I fancy our chances of getting to the final. Right then guys, we turn our attention back to the league, and it's a trip to the Red Bull Arena to take on RB Leipzig, one of only 2 sides to have beaten us this season. We came here last season when we joined Leverkusen and absolutely tore them to shreds in one of our first game as Leverkusen boss. Now RB Leipzig look to come forward. We know how star-studded they are. Rutter gets there first. Tapsoba brings him down. And I think it will just be a yellow. It's no card for Edmund. That is terrible officiating. And Kunku and Angelino over it. It's laid off and Pau Torres throws himself at it. Confident play from Leipzig. And Renato's header falls straight to Taylor. Now it's in Kunku out wide. Pulls it across to Rutter. Ball into the middle. And it's a fantastic finish from, I believe, Ansu Fati, who got the dagger at the Bayer Arena. This one potentially even more important as Leipzig take the lead at the Red Bull Arena. Kenneth Taylor now into Rutter. Torres judged to have fouled him. And this time Nkunku stands over it. Are they going to go short again? It's going to go short. And again we fly into the tackle but don't get there. And Oblak has to turn the shot away. And Leipzig really putting us under pressure here. Fati's corner. Header comes in and Oblak palms it away for the corner again. We are penned in. Fati's delivery again. Header at the near post, and I think this time Baku took it off the keeper. Mane sends it out wide to Nkapie. Switches on for Diaby. Gets it down on his chest. Now it's Sadio Mane. Oh, it's just wide of the post. Nkapie over the halfway line. Sends his man and bursts forward. Nkapie goes for goal. Oh! It's off the crossbar. Mane might be able to keep it alive. Nkapie just waltzed into the space, unleashed the effort, which cannons back off the bar. Now Adeyemi onto the roof of the net. Man, that Nkapie effort a few moments ago was so close to being a wonder strike. Now Leipzig look to come forward the other way. Taylor into Fati. Kenneth Taylor again. DCL's on the run. So is Rutter. And he gets there first and extends RB Leipzig's lead to 2. Now Nkapie switches it out to Sessegnon with a brilliant ball. And now Sessegnon looks to take on Luke Shaw, who's absolutely gassed. Lifted up into the middle, and Kramaric is there again. What a signing this man is proving to be. Andre Kramaric, been on the pitch for 5 minutes and once again scores for his 4th goal. Are they going to hit this one? And Kunku's over it. It's going to go short again. Oh no, it isn't Kunku. Oh, it's off the crossbar. And kept out by Oblak. And then Camavinga turns the rebound into the side netting. They had us fooled with that free kick. And Kunku strikes it. And it's onto the crossbar. And that might just be enough for RB Leipzig. Neves looks for Diaby. Oh, and Diaby off his kneecap. And out for the goal kick. And that will do it for RB Leipzig. They're going to do the double over us. And it might just push the other teams back into contention after we were looking to run away with it. A big win for Leipzig at the Red Bull Arena. The games continue to come thick and fast in the Bundesliga. It's now VfL Wolfsburg at home at the Bayer Arena. We obviously played them really early on in the campaign, in the game that was dubbed an early title contender clash. Wolfsburg have dropped off since then, but we are still going strong. We've got Chelsea to come in the week, so we've made a couple of changes, but we've still got a really strong lineup out there. Adeyemi looks for Mane. Has Diaby in support. Pegged back to Karim Adeyemi. What a strike. Now it will be a corner which Neves will swing into the middle. Diaby's attacking it. And Mantella pushes it behind. Not really the man you want attacking it, Diaby. It's into him again. And Mantella once again forced into action. Tapsoba wins the header. Sends it down the line to Adeyemi. Will whip one into the middle looking for Saka. And it comes off the defender. And cannons behind for a corner, which Saka will deliver. Looking for Edmund. Mantella is a difficult man to get past. Neves from the other side. Into Edmund again. And it will be another corner, will it? No, it's a goal kick. We've made a change at the break. And it's Andre Kramaric, the man on fire at the moment, who's come in against his former team. They transfer listed him, they didn't want him anymore. And we snapped him up, and here he is. Andre Kramaric went for the near post. I was selfish with him. Wanted to get him the goal against his former team. Diaby's corner. Pau Torres, oh my word! Pau Torres. How about that from the centre half? Well, we were struggling to beat the Brazilian Mantella. And sometimes it takes something special, and that is certainly special from Pau Torres. In the special episode number 50 of The Save, Pau Torres with an absolute wonder goal to give us the lead. I tell you what, he's been magnificent for us this season, Pau Torres, and he probably does get overlooked for other players in the team, you know, Mane, Adeyemi, the players scoring the goals, but he has been absolutely magnificent for us as Wolfsburg go close there. Made a couple of subs with the Champions League fixture with Chelsea in mind. But here come Wolfsburg. Brilliant block by one of those subs, Mark Gurhey. Tielemans was brilliantly there to get back. Kramaric with the back heel into Jelavic. The two Croatians linking up. What a save. Sharda's gone down the left. Kevin fizzes one in, but no one in. Red gets there. Now it's Kramaric. Oh, off the woodwork. What a strike. Kramaric again will fall to Karim. And we have our second. Kramaric so close to a goal against his former team. But the rebound falls to Karim Adeyemi, who slams it home for our second. And Wolfsburg looking for a late goal. And they won't get it with that. Oblak gathers, and there is the full-time whistle. Another 3 points on the board. On to Chelsea in the Champions League. A return to Stamford Bridge once again. Alright then guys, we're back in the Champions League at the Bridge once again. We won here with Roma 2 seasons ago. Can we do it again with our new Bayer Leverkusen side? We've been here quite often. Maybe we will be managing here one day. Who knows what the future will bring. But for now, it's Chelsea away at the Bridge. They've got such a strong side, Chelsea. You'd say it's even got better since the last time we faced off against them. I love that Michael Elise is playing on the right wing for them. That is class. But they've got a really, really strong side. But as I say, we beat them a couple of years ago as Timo Werner goes close against his former team. And we score so many goals. Can we do it here at the Bridge once again? Now Chelsea look to come the other way. Rashford, brilliant ball into Raheem Sterling. Sterling v Pau Torres. Oh, what a finish from Raheem. Thought I had done enough to stand up with Pau Torres. But Raheem Sterling still at Chelsea. Gets him one-on-one. Takes him on the outside and drills it past Jan Oblak. Baku gets enough on it to get it through the gap. Saka now to Mane. Sadio Mane forced out wide. Has Ruben on the edge. Neves! Oh! Ruben Neves, take a bow, son. I thought the chance had gone with Mane, but it's played to Neves. Oh, that is quite possibly the best goal we've scored in this career mode. On the chest, and then overhead kick from miles out. And this episode 50 has had some crackers. But that is possibly up there with the best of the series. Here's Raheem Sterling down the left. Rashford, really important interception by Tapsoba, that. Now Renato will bring it clear. Still working his way back from injury. Adeyemi. Mane comes inside. Karim Adeyemi, big save by Ramsdale. Neves whips the corner into Pau Torres off the line. It's another corner for Leverkusen, which Neves swings in again. Cleared only as far as Werner. And we're piling the pressure on Chelsea here. Neves again to swing one in. Werner's up. And Ramsdale puts it behind. And cleared away by Rashford. Now Havertz, all scythed down by Tapsoba. Stopped the break and will take a yellow card. Probably a good foul to be made on the halfway line. Given away. But it's a high press from us. Ramsdale under pressure gives it away. Now Saka takes it on his back foot. Bukayo saved by Ramsdale. Rashford out to Michael Elise. Elise gets it round the corner to Rashi. Don't lose it now, boys. Edmund does well, but still Rashford wins the corner for Chelsea. And you can hear the noise from the Bridge. Sterling will take. Into Pedri, flicked on and gathered by Oblak. And it ends all square at the Bridge in a very close encounter. But it will be all square in a couple of weeks' time at the Bayer Arena. Scintillating game of football, that. Alright then, guys, we've got 2 games left to close out the episode. First, bottom place Stuttgart, who we put 12 past in the home fixture. And then it's Augsburg to finish off this monster episode 50. I hope you are enjoying it, guys. We're nearly at the end. I have no idea how long the episode is going to be and where we're at the moment. But if you are still here, I want you to drop down into the comments what has been your favourite section of the Glory Hunter so far. Atletico Madrid, Roma, or here at Bayer Leverkusen. Drop me a comment down below. Doesn't have to be anything special, just one of those teams and the reason why. So yeah, let me know what has been your favourite section so far of the 3 teams that we have been at. Let's jump into this game against Stuttgart and hopefully put quite a few past them again. It's the Mercedes-Benz Arena in the snow. As I say, we put 12 past them at the Bayer Arena. But we struggled against them in the cup, albeit with a change side. So looking to apply more pressure at the top and get a big win here in the league. Adeyemi looking to start off strong. Karim Adeyemi off the woodwork. So close to an early opener. Now Stuttgart look to get away down the other end. Brilliant chance for the home side, and Oblak with a huge save. Now Jelavic coming forward. Mane through the gap. Sadio Mane, big save by the Stuttgart keeper now. As the opening few minutes to this game have been frantic. Oh, what a ball through the heart of our defence. And they've turned this into a real scrap, Stuttgart. And they're hanging in and fighting for their lives. Jelavic now can bring it forward. Jelavic looking for Diaby. Will get there, Diaby. Gets into the penalty area. Pegs it back for Saka. Great block. Now Mane, and another big save by the keeper. Neves can't get there. Stuttgart come forward. Oh, brilliant build-up, and Stuttgart lead. What a great goal on the counter. It's a long ball forward that we don't deal with. And VfB Stuttgart take a shock lead at the Mercedes-Benz Arena. And I am not hanging about here. Triple change for Bayer Leverkusen. Because we cannot afford to fall to defeat here. Adeyemi away from his man brilliantly. Karim Adeyemi. Great feet, and then the defender gets back at him. Neves fires it out to Saka. Now Kramaric. Away from Brooks. Will come to Yuri Tielemans. Keeper's come a long way there and not got there, and Yuri's levelled it up. Oh, I'm not sure what the keeper was thinking there. It was never his ball. Yuri's first shot is blocked and the keeper has come storming out. Was never going to get there. And Tielemans heads home to level it up. Now we look to come forward. Werner. Adeyemi. Duarte. Tielemans. Timo Werner off the bench to win it at the death. In the snow, drifting in from the left. Slams it home past Martinelli, the Stuttgart keeper. And Timo Werner with a huge goal here, and we've turned it around. Stuttgart looking for one more chance, but they won't get it. What an important win for Bayer Leverkusen. We made hard work of it, but we get the job done, and that is what champions do. Win when they're not at their best. Alright then guys, it's the last game of this episode 50. The special. It's been dramatic. It's had just about everything. And we would love a win to end it off. Here's Mane. Given back to Sadio Mane. Finds Diaby. Will fall to Adeyemi. Saka keeps it moving. Saka into Sadio Mane. Flicked over the top by the Augsburg keeper. Neves to deliver. Not quite got enough on it. Saka finds Ruben Neves, and it's a smart stop by the keeper. Down at his near post. Neves again, this time with more on it. Bella Kotchap can't win it, and it's cleared. Been a quick start from Leverkusen. Into Pau Torres, he's done it again. This man is something different. Pau Torres with his second overhead kick of the episode. And his 5th, I believe, goal of the season in the league. What a season he is having. Working the ball around nicely here, Augsburg. Go for goal. And a big save from Jan Oblak. Now the ball's up this end of the pitch. Bit of respite for Augsburg. Corner. Whipped into the near. Flicked away, but oh, what a chance. Just finding it a bit difficult to play through Augsburg here. Got a really good shape. But here's Renato Sanchez. Boy, have we missed him. Oh, what a strike on his weaker left foot. And it is good to have this man back and get him back to full fitness. What a strike from Renato. We'll come to Mane now. Adeyemi, Saka, Ruben Neves, just wide of that far post. Now it's Neves. Diaby pushed behind. Neves with the corner again. Pau Torres is up. Oh, he could have had a double. Diaby straight from kickoff. What a run. Moves to Diaby still. And still. Mane! It's 3. And that will surely be game. Mane back on the score sheet. But what a run from Moussa Diaby. As the ball goes out there, gives us a chance to make the substitution. And it's been a long time coming, as they've hit the post and scored the rebound. But Gabriel Jesus is back on the pitch for Bayer Leverkusen, as Augsburg pull a goal back. Augsburg still looking to find a way back into this. And they'll have a free kick on the edge. And Oblak might have something to worry about. Shot comes in and it's a fantastic stop by Oblak. Flies across the goal to get there. Still Mane. Good football this. Neves, Saka, Gabriel Jesus. Nearly got the goal on his return. Mane. Has Jesus in support. Will he have a goal on his return? He will. What a beautiful way to end off episode 50. Gabriel Jesus back on the grass and back on the score sheet. Well, there it is. The final whistle blows on episode 50. Thank you guys so much for your continued support throughout this save, as we look to close out this season 5 with Bayer Leverkusen. And in this episode, we've taken a massive step towards the Bundesliga title. Okay then guys, here is the final league standing as we end episode 50. You can see 11 games to play, with 3 points clear of Bayern, 4 clear of Dortmund, and 7 clear of Hoffenheim now, who seem to be slowly falling off the pace. It's still very, very competitive, and you'd argue any of the top 4 could still win it. With 11 games to play, I believe we still have to play 6 of the top 10, so we've got quite a tough run in. We also play Bayern and Dortmund as our final 2 games of the season, so that really could be season defining. And we also still have to play Hoffenheim at home as well. We've obviously got the Champions League still to contend with, so it's going to be a really big closeout to this season as to whether we can potentially complete a treble with the Bundesliga. the DFB Pokal and the Champions League. But guys, I hope you have enjoyed this special episode 50. As I said earlier on, make sure to drop a comment with what part of the save so far has been your favourite, at which club. And we will close out the rest of this season with Bayer Leverkusen very soon. Thank you all for your support. I'll catch you next time. Peace.